Welcome back to some more Star Citizen content today. This one is going to be a um, very special video for me today because this is going to be a review of the Idris-P that I have personally, as for many people, have been waiting for this ship that's been in development for so many years. Um, so this one's got a very much special place in my heart, I would say. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right to it. If you enjoy this kind of content, please don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment below. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it here. So with this particular Idris-P, it's, as you can see, it has the kit variant attached to it. So it's got the size 10 laser beam. I have to say, this thing can shoot for a whole entire day and not even sweat it. With max power to your front weapon there, you're looking at least for me on my ship, is 44 is the number. I swear it used to say 60, so you would fire this thing for a full 60 seconds, just non-stop until ammo was just depleted, so now it's just like 44 seconds when I timed it, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start on the bridge here and just appreciate the view of how much attention to detail, just how everything is on this thing. Let me get out the seat here. And yeah, this is the very first um, ship that players can currently fly in the game that's got the bridge, overview overall of the ship that just sits right above the ship, here itself, and it's just beautiful. I love it. I've been waiting. I've been wanting this ship to have a deck like this where you have a command and control center up here. You know, it's a huge, large group gameplay ship here. I would say. Oh, and also for the K kit, so it does have that size 10 laser beam cannon in the front. Part of the K kit, you get some more PDCs, so you can see these right here up in the front. There's a couple already positioned up here. So default P just comes with the standard 5 PDC. No, it's not 5. 6 PDCs. The K kit has 5 more PDCs, so if you would like to upgrade and get more PDCs for your Idris-P, add the K kit variant of the kit, you get a total of 11 PDCs for your Idris-P on here, and plus that size 7, sorry, not size 7, size 10 laser cannon in the front. That's just phenomenal. But yeah, let's go ahead and just view the rest of the bridge here. Here we have the captain's seat. So you literally just, if you have a dedicated role, you want to be just the captain for your whole crew and some of the pilots and a co-pilot right there. You can definitely take on that role for yourself if you would like as a Idris owner. Co-pilot seats, I do not think there's an additional access to weaponry. We'll check. I don't think there is. But yeah, I want to review everything. So, co-pilot can actually still fly the ship if needed. I did not know that. See, this is why I like to check seats. What's this? Flight ready. So you have like a panel. You have a whole screen here. You can, play a power management if you'd like to do that. Yeah, you got the whole steering right here to just move the ship if you want to do that, if that's necessary. In a situation, depends what's going on the ship. If you're getting like boarded, have a backup pilot. So yeah, that is a thing. Oh, I forgot to check one more thing. If the co-pilot can still do quantum jump. And Copilot cannot do hold and B, and it does not have a capability to do quantum jump. So your Copilot's only limited to just to steer, maneuver, and fly the ship, but not to do quantum jump capabilities. Just a little FYI there when you're looking for a Copilot. In here we have these different seats here. So there's just a lot of seats on this bridge. There's 2, 4 for COs that can be positioned. So let's take a look at one of these seats. Power on. And it looks like you don't have any other buttons besides that. Is that true? Just power on. And nothing over here. Looks like to me. So yeah, you would be just doing strictly engineering role for this for a CEO. Managing power for the ship. If you want to be that kind of dedicated role as an engineer, you would just be positioned in one of these seats or be in one of the decks where it's dedicated for engineering to access the ship components. So that is cool. And here we got in the center, this is supposed to be a wonderful trying to think of the word it is, but it's supposed to have a holo map. I think it's like a command and control center or operation center right here that this is supposed to show like a map of the overall field that you're currently positioned at. It's not working at the moment. That's something that is totally dedicated to Squadron 42. So I assume once the main campaign is done for the game, that would be applied to this ship and the whole Squadron 42. So this was a surprise drop to drop here for us as the backers. We were totally expecting for this ship to, at least I was totally expecting this ship to arrive to us when it was ready once Squadron 42 was launched on day 1. We just got this version earlier. This has been the persistent universe for many years. Year ago, we saw the whole interior of this ship that was pretty much, it looked like it was almost ready to go, but in the Squadron, the reason they're dropping this ship out is because the Squadron Idris is totally different from this. We've only seen the exterior version of the Squadron 42 ship, so I am excited of the new updates, of the engines, the new visual looks details of the ship hull itself, curvature of this thing, so I am pretty excited to see that. So yeah, we should be getting that new update once Squadron is launched. Let's move on down here. And for down here, we have more seats. So we have, these are supposed to be turret operated seats. So if you look at these to save enter remote turrets. So if you want a crew that is dedicated to these remote turrets, you can hop on one of these seats here. So you just jump on one of these seats. And I'll go through each of these seats too, just to be very thorough over the review of the ship here. So you can enter remote turret. This is the... I swapped out some guns too, so this one has cannons. This is going to be one of the remote turrets that are actually positioned towards the front of the ship. You can see up there that the nose where the size 5's cannons or the laser cannons are at. That's default on the P. You get that. Also for the K kits, one more thing is that that front nose gun is supposed to get missile pods that I believe are size 3, and there's supposed to be, I think, 16 of those when you get that kit on here, so that's pretty cool. But this is one of the guns here that are remotes. Let me get out of the seat. Why do I have that? Interesting. And we're gonna go to the next seat over here. And this is probably gonna be power on. Don't forget that. Oh, this is a back turret right here. Okay, so this is underneath the ship. So underneath the ship, you can actually already see like one of the engines right here. This is another remote turret here. And there's another one over there next to that. Well, you can't really see it there, where the PDC is also located underneath the ship. There's another. Oh wait, that's a man turret. Hold on. Oh, let's see. Where am I at? If I need to face this way. Nope, this is definitely underneath the ship. So, yeah, this is one of the remote turrets underneath the ship. So, if that is underneath the ship, I believe this next seat is going to be also underneath the ship as well. We're going to do power on, enter. Yep, this one is underneath the ship. Oh, you know what that one is over there? The band turret. That is actually a man turret that's a size 5, and that is going to be located in one of the decks that's we're going to take a look at when we get to the other decks on the ship here. But yeah, so this one and this one are the lower remote turrets that are underneath the ship. And this here, I know this because I actually accessed this turret once. This is going to be towards the front of the ship on the other side. So, yep, that's where you're going to find all those in positions. Just remember the ones closest to the bridge. These will be front side remote turrets, and then the ones here, the lower back here, towards the wall, these are going to be your remote turrets for the underside of the ship. And they're size 4s. All of these are for these seats, just FYI for the remote turrets. For this ship speaking turrets, there's 4 remote turrets. It's got a total of, I believe, 8 turrets on this ship. We're going to take a look at all of them, but I believe it's between 7 to 8, I believe, when I was looking at the specs on the sheet. So, yeah, that's the bridge. You got fire extinguisher. You got a fuse over here. You got another fuse box over here as well. And this is an elevator. And all this does, it just goes down to B deck, if it will ever come. And back there actually is supposed to be eventually an escape pod. It's not in yet, but it will be a thing. That you can just take the B deck only, so, and it goes straight to the bridge. But yeah, I guess I might as well go ahead and just show you where we would be located. So this says main deck, so we'll just go to main deck. But we are going to come back up here in a couple of seconds. I want to go down the staircase here, but if you're just trying to do a quick access to the bridge, you can definitely come up here in this elevator to do that. And you would just end up in one of these hallways here. There's many, many, many hallways. But I want to go back and show you walking out the stairs because I think it's actually really cool part of the ship. And FYI, there's 2 doors here, so you can go and enter on either side of the ship. If you want to do that, that's definitely an option. So we're back up here. All right, well, now coming out of the elevator here, we are going to go down these stairs. So I would say one of the things I am curious about is just what the heck were these supposed to be? Like, can someone please leave me a comment below in this section and tell me like what the heck this is for? Because when you exit out of both doors, you get these like slots, and I don't know if they're supposed to be like for AI blades and be physicalized. I have no clue, but I don't know if this is supposed to be like a server station or if it's supposed to be like a computer station or for blades. I have no clue. I'll show you the other side real quick, what I'm talking about, but both sides have that. And yeah, I cannot figure out what that is supposed to be. So let me know. Let's go ahead and walk towards the stairs. And I think this just has a cool view. As you're walking out the bridge, you can see the bridge up there. It's got this long extended hallway here. You can see partially front of the ship. Back here, partial of the engines. And one turn over there. But yeah, this is where you would go. And if you need to access a turret, you can definitely, there's, that's the quickest way to do that, from the bridge as an emergency, if you need to. Here is a turret access up here. Let's take a look at this one here. And the manned turrets, these are actually size 5s. Just FYI on that. And, oh, it's already powered. And it's got a pretty decent firing arc, like straight up. Very good coverage. I'd personally say, while we're looking at turrets, might as well get a count. I'm pretty sure it's 8. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What? No, actually, hold on. Wait, I miscounted that. So, no, that's a total of 11. So, I understand that it's got 4 remote turrets. It's supposed to be 7 manned turrets. So, see, we got one there below manual turrets. 2 more center of the ship. That is also manual turrets. That's a total of 3 right there. And the rest in the bottom there, the back of the ship, as you can see, those are right next to the engines. Towards the back, those are remote turrets that we were accessing from the bridge. So if we got 3 down here, manned turrets, 4, 5, 8, 8. Because we got one on the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it actually has 8. Okay, no, I miscounted. So yeah, there are total 8 manned turrets and then 4 remote turrets. That brings you up to 12 for the P variant. Yeah. All right. Well, the more you know. This thing, it just has so much guns and firepower. And we're gonna go ahead and check out the other side, but this is essentially mirrored, but I'll show you. So you can access one turret there. The other one here, you access here, just looks a little different because it's got a window right there, but it does go straight up. And I don't think there's anything else on this side besides the staircase, but we got fire extinguisher. You're gonna see a lot of fire extinguishers. I love the attention to detail that they did for just this ship in general when looking at all the detail that's needed for engineering. But yeah, it's exactly mirrored off. It's fire extinguisher, and over here is the... Oh, and one thing I want to comment, and you're going to see a lot, is just... I'm going to comment probably a couple of times, just how everything is labeled in the flooring, the turret access, and it just, they did a beautiful job of just labeling the floor and just kind of like where everything is. Even up here, it says turrets. I mean, if it's not on the floor, look up. There's gonna be a sign for it. They put a lot of thought and detail to this ship, just kind of like navigating of like where everything is on here. So I really appreciate that. But here we're gonna go down the stairs. So that's actually how you access the 4 of the turrets in the top deck. And you know what? I guess we're gonna start with the armory. So with the armory, we get this. A shooting range. And another window. And here is where you're gonna go ahead and I had to press the button. Okay. This is where not sure what this is supposed to do quite yet to shut off screen, but here, this is where you can access suit lockers right here. What appears to be more right here, more right here, and yeah, plenty of just space for your armory. There's actually two. There's more than shooting range. So this is kind of like your armory side here. So you get like tons of weapons that you can store here for a whole organization or a whole group here, and pistols up here, tractor beams, medical devices, all that kind of good stuff. There's a lot of room here for storing your weapons. There's more in here. We're gonna check this out for the shooting range. Now, this doesn't work quite yet. This is, like I said, another feature just bar squadron. They have a whole shooting range here. There's supposed to be like practice targets to shoot at. It doesn't work quite yet, so that's another thing I'm gonna be excited for, just to check that out when it's in the game. I assume once squadron is just done, they'll add that if they updated Idris. And over here we got. Nope, I was just double checking. More weapons in here, for rifles, handguns, all that kind of good stuff they can put over here for your crew. And over here is supposed to be more storage devices, but over here it doesn't allow me to open that. I really quite understand why. Checking over here, but yeah, there's not really a way to get to those unless you jump over this maybe, but still, hold on. Door module. I'm the owner of the ship and you're telling me I can't. Yeah, no, that's just completely blocked off. That's just, it's just a door module. They need to be able to actually have this open for people. So eventually we'll be able to go in there. There's more weapons, racks back there, but we can't get to them. Quite upsetting, but anyways, moving on. Screen, that tells me nothing. I love those. Let's go ahead and move forward back here. There's just a lot of decks, so bear that in mind. A lot of rooms in these places. Fuse box. This is where the escape pods are at. So these are not functional yet, but this is what they're supposed to look like for escape pods. When you have for last kind of minute escape, you got to get out the ship before it blows up. So even here at the floor, it says escape pods. Like, if you can't figure out what it looks like, just read the floor and they'll tell you exactly what it says. I like it a lot. It's going to help people who are not familiar with the ship too, just to help you get around. Here, we're on one of the hallways. I see another fuse box or red door. I'm going to go back here to see if I missed anything else. Blast door. That's good. I love this. An elevator right here. This is where you can access the bridge that we were just at earlier. Quick way to get up there, just if you want to go straight to the elevator, this is a way to do that. This one says cargo. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and work our way, I guess, this direction. Briefing room, bridge, mess hall, cargo space. And this is the cargo room. So something else I do want to mind saying is that this whole ship, the cargo capacity is just humongous. It has a cargo capacity of 1,326 SCU of boxes. The hangar itself can take, I believe, 1,024 SCU of cargo. The cargo bay, which is what we're in right now, this can take 302 SCU of cargo. And there's an additional cargo room that we're going to check out. It's a smaller version, but it can carry 48 SCU of cargo space. So that's exciting. A lot of cargo and very much needed for deployment. This will come to later. This just goes down to the the main hangar bay, but I do want to take a look at this whole deck and before we make our way down there. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the side of the ship. I just found this is the quickest way to, when you get in your hangar, you just take you open the door from the outside. When you call your ship, you just take this elevator in the main hangar bay. Over here, just take a straight right, go to that elevator, and that's how you get to the bridge the quickest I found so far. And this is bridge, mess hall. Again, I love the signs. We're gonna keep going this way. Fire extinguisher, good. Bridge armory. We're down there. That just goes to the armory. So if you just go down here, take a right. That's just where the armory was. We were over here on this side. And we might as well look at this. This is port side. This is the view of the hangar. Just a little small window. But you go over here to go to the other side of the ship. And medical station. First aid kit. I love it. It's not functional yet. It will be eventually in the game. Another fuse box right here. And I love that coolant exhaust, just very detailed. Fire extinguisher, and we have control room. I want to go ahead and check out before we go in the mess hall, so let's go and take a right. Oh wait, this goes towards the hangar. No, not yet. I don't want to do this yet. So we will get to that. We're looking at the hangar. I guess we'll start with the mess hall. This is where you can eat, sit, just chill. Station kitchen. And this goes to... Not going that way. This way. I can get lost too at these turns, so I just remember I go that way. Crew area. There is a total of 2. Wait, I'm gonna just do the 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It's exactly mirrored. It looks like, so 12 and 12. That's 24. Crew beds. Not even counting the CO office and the captain's office. So you can take a lot of people on this ship. And each of these have a storage locker. 1,500K for storage. So that's plenty of storage space for each bunk bed here. So I see one here. I see another one on this side. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, each bed gets a storage locker, which is awesome for the crew. If we go and continue down here. This is your... I love it. Another little crew area. I assume this would be like for... I don't think this is the CO office because there's one clearly labeled for that, but it's just another room you could use. I do not think there is any storage locker in here. Is there really not? I don't see one. Interesting choice. Okay. Well, maybe it's out here. No. That's the other room. No prompt to open that. Maybe down here? Nope, nothing. Okay. So, cool little room. That's probably for like upper class private rooms for maybe sergeants or lieutenants. Well, this could be like the private 1, private 2 quarters. Over here we got bathroom, first aid kits, and huge toilet stations. Oh, that's nice. You get like a private room. Kinda. It's got a little Okay, I see what they did. Okay, I'm like, they really closed that hole? Okay, you can flush it. These don't have any storage, not that I can tell. Oh, I positioned myself to sit, get back up. That's the end of this hallway, so let's check out. This is back to the food area. I actually went the wrong side. Hold on, didn't I? Yep, I was actually this way. Hold on, before I move. Nope, that's just a trash can. Okay. Yep, I was on this side. See, you can get very lost on this ship, and I've only been on here like a few times. And my first time, I just had no idea where anything was at. Fire extinguisher and captain's quarters. Let's check this out. And this actually is labeled B deck, so you'll find that in some places where it says where you're at and look and says B deck. Here's the captain's quarters. It's a long hallway. Oh, here it is. This is what I was looking for. So, not CO quarter. This is like an EXO quarter. Captain's quarters is right here. So it's very spacious. Whole desk, chair. I don't know if the chair... What does this do? Let me sit first. Deploy. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I like that. What I don't like is that I don't have a screen in front of me that or anything. It's just... oh, we'll see what they do there once the squadron's done. But that is so cool. Oh, God. That's so cool. So this is where you can have like private meetings if you need to speak to an officer, private someone in the game. Let's see what this is here. Bed. We got storage locker, I hope. Private fancy bathroom. Wow, it's even got a curtain. That is very, very, very fancy. Piping system, that is very detailed. Hot and cold buttons there. Here's the toilet. Another first aid kit, it looks like. Some towels. A broken mirror. And... Nope, that's about it. There's gotta be storage right here for the captain. How's there not? I refuse to believe it. Is there really not storage for the captain? Okay, no storage longer for the captain. Unless... Found it. Okay. So captain gets 1,500k of storage, which is very good, very decent. He gets actually 3 of them, it looks like. Yeah, there is 3 for the captain. Awesome. Okay, I was wondering, like, there's gotta be. Okay, so it's got a captain's quarter. Let's go to EXO quarter. And you get a coat rack, a bed. I don't see any storage locker for EXO because they don't need it, I guess. This is very similar to already the bathroom, the captain's quarter. Very similar. Yeah. All right. We'll move on because there's so many more rooms I have to look at. Show to you guys. So this is fire extinguisher 1, fire extinguisher 2. This is, I don't know what this is. This is a bathroom. That's a bathroom. Okay. And these storage lockers, they're supposed to be. Oh, this is part of crew quarters. I see. Okay. So part crew quarters, the captain. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, this place can be a maze. I'm gonna just go out. I believe that's just to the other side of the ship, where we get to the main hallway. So we're gonna go stay in this hallway. Fire extinguisher. There's tons. There's like probably like 30 fire extinguishers on the ship. That's very much needed. Docking collar. And port side. Or it's just gonna tell me to go. Med bay. All right. So here's a vet door. You want to see the vet door, right? More suit lockers. And a first aid thing. Supplies. More supplies. It's not functional yet, but will be eventually. And you get how many suit lockers? 4 suit lockers in this room? In the red room? The red door room? Yeah. Oh, let's see. And we have fire extinguisher, a screen that's was not charged. First aid medical station. So you're gonna see a couple of these just throughout hallways. That's very handy to have too, especially for boarding purposes. Like if you're boarded, you might need like a last minute pump of juice. This is the additional cargo room that is offered for the P variant. So this here is where you can store 48, I think. 48 SCU of cargo. Maybe 50, but it's 48, I believe. This is supposed to be maintenance access, which I do not have access to. Interesting. A door that's just shut, because why not? All right, fire extinguisher. In this room, breaker units. I assume that's got to do with engineering. Another fire extinguisher on this side. Let's go back out this door. So cargo bay, B deck. I love how it's labeled. Let's keep going this way. Here's medical. So medical in the med bay is going to be located on B deck. Emergency use only. And we have 4 medical beds in here. And this is going to be your tier 3 medical beds. Yep, this is tier 3 beds. So you get 4 of these for the less injured people that just need a quick revive for arm or a head injury. They just go here and get that fixed. Cabinets for like medical supplies, all that's going to be all good in here. And this bed is actually, it looks exactly like the same thing as the Carrick med bed. That's really cool. This is going to be your tier 1 medical bed right here. So you get, this is the first ship that we have currently that has allowed tier 1 medical treatment. That is really cool to see. So this is like major surgery for an individual. And in here we have medical officer's room. So you get 1 medical officer or doctor room in here. Very spacious. We're going to exit out of this side. And we're still on B deck. And more details to the hallways. I love it. I love how everything is just like padded Aegis look. Like it's like padded walls here in a way. And then it's got the cool pipes. I just love that detail for these hallways. That's really cool. And that it's not all just flat walls. It's actually, it makes sense. It's all like tube hallways. It's really, really cool. I like it. Here, front nose of the ship. So in here, we have escape pods. We have 6 of them. So there's 3 here, 3 on this side. These don't actually do anything yet. This is going to be access to the front turret. We'll just hop on quickly to take a look at. Very, very impressive. We're not even done with the B deck. There's a lot more to look at. Yeah, like I mentioned, trying to cover everything. because there's just a lot to cover in this ship. But yeah, that is where the front cannon is at by default on the P. That is going to be size 5s. Here's the B deck. Again, everything's labeled. It's great. So we're finally on the other side of the ship. There's still more rooms though, believe me. We're not even done on B deck. That's just another door access to the medical office. There's 2 ways to enter. It's great. Cargo bay here. This is just the other side of the cargo bay. So if you go out that door, that's just the, I'll show you. That's just the hallway where you can still access the other side of the ship. We'll go back over here. Red room. Love red rooms, right? Red door to a red room. So this is going to be suit locker. And I forgot to mention this. So this is supposed to be like EVA access. I don't know what they're going to do with this because this actually does not work. There's no way to open that door from here. I'm clicking, but yeah, this is originally supposed to be like the EVA room. I think they're getting rid of this door for the new updated Idris. But we have no idea what the interior looks like, so this room might totally change to be something else. Yeah, let's keep going down this hallway. Fire extinguisher. Docking collar. Mess hall. Wait, hold on. Where did it say? This goes towards mess hall. Okay. Captain's quarters. So we went through here. Fire extinguisher. And that's the mess hall you already reviewed. Plot ready room. You just go downstairs. Not going to do that quite yet, but I am going to show you this portion of this floor. So this is going to be supposedly sim pods. I don't know why this is like so dark over here, but yeah, sim pods. So these will be, there's 2. Eventually these will be, and it's got Microtech logo I see. Eventually these are going to be like your simulation pods for, I guess, when you're doing dogfighting, PvE, and practice simulation, kind of like Arena Commander, I would assume. That is just my guess. I'm just totally guessing that is what their concept's going to be like, just like a simulation, pretty much like Arena Commander, simulation. Set up the PU here, like we're in right now. Look at the floor. This goes back to the bridge. And got another fuse box over here. Fire extinguisher. This is bridge and brig. So we didn't look at the brig yet. So that's what I mean. There's more room. So we'll look at the brig really quick. Actually, it's not. Well, yeah, it'd be really quick. Pipe design. Love it. And there's a total of 6. So they're all lettered, numbered. So if you need to lock up somebody who has been misbehaving, maybe, can you not access the... Oh. Wait, huh? Brig, I guess you cannot open these doors. Interesting. Well, if these were working, you just lock someone up and that was boarding your ship, or somebody that pulled the fuse out of your ship because they were just, I don't know, being dumb. You can just lock them with these brigs, but apparently you can't even open the doors. So, yep, there's a total of 6 on this side. There's actually silver rooms just like this. There's more than just this. This is a window to the security officer, I assume. And we go in here. A lot of doors to get to this. Wow. There we go. Yeah, a lot of screens. So I assume this would be a station for a camera. Like, see, it says camera 1, camera 2, 3, all that good stuff. Let's see if this actually... Oh, well, that's cool. Oh. I think that's actually how you open the cell doors. Deploy. Yep. Okay. Look at this. So, cell access. This is the way you open the doors. Very important information. So, please tell me these switch over. So, you can open cell 1. Damn it. It's not physicalized. Open cell 2. And cell 3. I'll just leave the rest closed. Okay, so security officer, they are going to have access to the doors on this. So that is actually very, very cool. I did not know that. That's why I'm doing a whole in-depth video review here for you all to check that out. So let's go ahead and check out that cell block again. Did hear doors open, but I also didn't see any switches for cameras too, so that's kind of unfortunate. Nope, nothing. That's okay. Let's go this way. Yep. This is open. You got a sink, toilets, a bed, little timeout area. That's all you get. This is opened as well. I opened this one already. These are still locked because I didn't open the rest of the doors. But yes, this is how you lock up people in here. Just need to go have a security officer to be in that room. Continuing the rest of the ship on B deck, we got more fuse boxes, more escape pods. We got 3 over here, so there's a lot of escape pods in this ship, a lot. Briefing room. Yeah, we need to look at that. Why does it say engine room? Oh, we need to check this out too. Elevator, that just goes to the bridge. Open that. Still B deck. And this is just a little hallway here of where you can get scanned. I am not 100% sure what this little hallway is supposed to be for the purpose, but this is the engine room. Maybe it's like a cleaning radiation kind of a thing. Hold on, it tells me here on the floor. Decontamination. Oh, decontamination. Okay, so it is for like radiation. That is cool. Here is the engine room. So the only other ship that has 2 of these giant pillars that rotate and have mechanical movements. There's one other ship that has 1. This is the second one now. Sorry, the first one is the Polaris. We got that 6 months ago. That has these fantastic, beautiful looking cylinders that go up and down. This one has 2. I did not see the other one move, but it will eventually. And just not really, well, it's just stationary, the ship. So I assume that's probably got to do with it not moving as much. Fire extinguisher. We got here. That is a lot of piping too. Holy crap. Just noticing like all the valves here too, and just the detail that they put into this room is beautiful. Is there 1 fire extinguisher in this room? There's not 2. And this is power site status, low power. That's it? Okay. That will be, I assume, an engineering terminal. And I glitched it, maybe. More piping. Yeah, this is a very, very nice room. No, this is engineering terminal. Okay, so this is coming soon. Not in the game yet. You get another one right here. But yeah, you get one fire extinguisher. Awesome. We're going to go ahead and keep moving. We're going to take this direction. This is more escape pods. The red room. Red door room. Suit lockers. And engineering access. I don't know exactly what these. I've seen quite a bit of these, what they're going to be used for, but they're supposed to be used for something. Eventually, we'll cover that one that's in the game. Or piping. That is very, very nice. What is this supposed to be for? Compressed air. Okay, that's really cool. Briefing room. Yep, we're going to check this out. So, ooh, that's pretty. So, you get lots of seats in this room. So, if you need to sit for the briefing room, you can totally do that and just admire the work that the holograph has here that the guys worked on. So that whole thing is just a screen. That is very, very cool. Hologram look to this. I did not even see this. It's just the whole visual, the Aegis ship here for now. But yeah, you can use this as a briefing room to discuss mission stuff. That's very cool. There's just so much of this ship. So much detail. And here we're getting out of the briefing room. We have to go to, and this is how you access the, so just right outside, we're in the very back end of the ship. So right next to the briefing room on B deck. This is where you can access the tail gun underneath the ship. It's a man turret.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
See the ramp right there. Engines. Yeah, I think it's got a good fire and arc. Yeah, it's got like decent coverage. All right, briefing room. We're just here, and keep going. This is another red room, red door, suit lockers, fuse box, escape pods. It's the same design escape pods. Yeah, same thing. Oh wait, I think this is also another brig, because I know there's more than two. At least I thought it was. Maybe just one. Nope, this is back to Armory. Okay. I think we covered the whole B deck level. There's another deck we gotta go to. Briefing, engine. Alright, so elevator to bridge. Yep, we did a whole circle on the B deck. Now we're gonna go ahead and go to the deck below. Go this way. This is the pilot ready room. So we'll go down these stairs. So here we have a view of the hangar. Mine's very empty because I did not place anything quite yet in the ship. I literally just pulled it. Here's the gym, fuse box. Um, Gym here is wait, these lockers. So you get another more lockers. There's so much lockers in this ship. 1,500k of space. You have 4 here. Wonderful. I love it. These do not work yet. This is supposed to be a treadmill, and I just love that design. The treadmill is just so unique. So literally, you could just be a hamster and keep running and running to keep the Idris powered on. And we'll go down here. What a beautiful view. And actually, the other side before I go down, if you look over here on the other side, this is actually where you. That's another whole controlling access for like the main hangar door and the ramp. I'll show you. We'll make our way over there. Beautiful window right here, outside view of the ship. So you get the whole planet view. I love it. Fire extinguisher. And I forgot there's another level too. This is the Argo hangar. We won't go there yet. We're going to finish up here. I don't think these have anything else. Nope. Storage lockers. Okay. 1,500k. And these are 2, 3, 4. Open. Yeah, they're all the same size lockers. Awesome. Get a little couch here while you enjoy the view, while you're getting ready for prepping your mission. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and open this door to Lord and behold the hangar. This thing is freaking huge and so detailed. I very much appreciate the team has done for this ship. It's the massive hangar is just freaking huge. And actually, was just mentioning about cargo. So here on the sides, actually these are cargo grids. So if you wanted to store your 1,000 SCU of cargo, you can definitely do that in this hangar. It's if you don't want to do that, you need more space for fighter support. You can definitely have that for fighter support. Plenty of space for fighter support in here for the hangar. I will eventually do a test of what fits in here. Eventually I'll get to that at some point, but yeah, it's just a huge hangar for your medium fighters, heavy fighters, light fighters, snub fighters, all that kind of good stuff in here. So let me see. Is this access? Nope, it's not. So these are supposed to be coolers. I think this is supposed to be like your capital components, but it's not like a thing you can see, I guess. But yeah, this hangar is just behemoth huge. And that's just the front of where the doors open. That's a big hangar. Quite tall too for the ceiling. So I wonder if you can fit like a cutlass in here. Cutlass black. I'm curious. I'm going to test that. Not now, but eventually on another video when I test to see what fits. If it fits, it sits. But yeah, this is like a shield generator. Just I walk by. Eventually this will be a thing to access the capital grade components. Back here we have an elevator. Call it down. This is just where you go for your cargo. It just says caution, but it says right here in the front, cargo. And same thing over there. It's going to say cargo as well. And I'll show you the room. But this is just main deck, B deck. It's just going to be your cargo room that we saw earlier with the two elevators. This is my quick way to go into the bridge. It's taking two elevators to get there. Yeah, so you need to transport cargo. Use these lifts. Let's go down the hangar. And this is going to be the control room. So this is all like labeled too for you. So it helps out. So each of these doors are going to be labeled above you when you read the text right there. And this is just mirrored off exactly what the other side was. Just a prep little room over here. Storage lockers. Yes, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 storage lockers. Awesome. Okay. Window view. I love it. Hello, sun. And fire extinguisher. Good. I'm actually shocked there's not a fire extinguisher on the hangar. I didn't see any fire extinguishers down there. But yeah, you don't have to sit down, but you can open the hangar doors right here. You can sit down if you want to. I'll just do that for viewing purposes. Oh, that is so cool. Actually, can I not? Oh, no, you can. Okay. Power on. So the right side, always just remember, you don't have to sit down, but just remember the right side of the desk always, always, always is going to be the front hangar doors. You can open it from this seat. And then right here is open the rear hangar door. So this is going to be the ramp portion on the back of the ship. And more screens. It's just this part of the ship is also beautiful. Just a lot of screens. I just like the visual look to it. I know it doesn't do anything yet. I just like the visual look. I think it's cool. I love it. I think that's everything. Wait, ooh, that's a relay station. Here's a fuse box. There's 2 in there. Fire extinguisher. I think that is... Yeah, that's everything up here. That's back to B deck. Let's not go up there. I already was up there for a whole entire day. So we're going to make our way back towards here, because the last part I got to show you is going to be the Argo Bay and more turret stations. I'll show you where this one's positioned at, but this is going to be just right below the ship. Manual turret, so this is going to be a size 5 turret. Anything you have to man is going to be a size 5 turret. Oh, where are we? We're right there. And the other one's just right there to the left on the screen. And this has pretty decent coverage. I think you just go straight down. Yeah, you can. Okay, so we go over here, and this is the Argo Bay. So right here, as you can see, this is where your Argo MPUV, the tiny little snub ship, this is supposed to be attached to here. I haven't tested that yet, so let me know in the comments below if this actually works, if you can attach the Argo MPUV personnel of the cargo variants, if they can attach to that. But that's where they're supposed to go. If they don't, then I believe this is just enough space right here. You can just put the landing gear down and just land it here. Just we need to open the hangar door below here. You'll just need to launch it first. And let me see if I can find the button for it. I think it's here. Open exterior. Yep, so you just drop down. Close exterior. That actually opens quite fast. But yeah, no, it's dedicated for the MPUV. If you can get something else of the landing gear down to land on here, I'm sure you can fit something else. Maybe like a P-52, P-72 Merlin, or a Fury. If you wanted to put like 2 Furies on here for backup, get 2 pilots on to jump on 2 Furies, and then have a third person just open the door while they're trying to prep the launch here, you can definitely do that. Yeah. That opens quick and closes quick too. Here we have lockers that I don't think I can access. Power tools. Love the detail. These don't do anything else, but this is how you access the hangar control just for that. Fire extinguisher. And we're going to go over here towards a fuse box. Awesome. This is a really cool room. So this is, take a guess what this is. So we have a gravity generator room here. Just spins, spins, and spins. You can actually do this from here as well. And it's got like these little mirrors right here, I guess, or whatever this is supposed to be, like a material, I guess, to protect you from like radiation, maybe. But yeah, very cool. It's got a screen here, so eventually this will do something. But yeah, just press that to get out. I think this is a very cool design. That's very awesome. And let's go out here. But yeah, I just need to go on this side, and again, just the detail, even like the floor lighting is just cool in these kind of hallways. I think that's a really nice touch. Another man turret, you can go down and enter that. But yeah, that is the whole. Oh man, I'm gonna play back shit the controls really quick before we finish off this video. Where is, just look for screens. If you get lost and you can't figure out what the control room is, look for screens. That's the easiest way I can tell, and then you'll see where it says control room. I'll just show you what that looks like when the ramp in the front is open. That is beautiful. So this ramp can touch all the way down to the ground. I have not had any issues landing this, where the ramp doesn't actually fully reach the ground for contact. So no, it's great. And we're gonna go up here just for the view, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I apologize for, my God, this over an hour. I apologize for this extra long video. But I had to cover everything in here to speak about. Can I actually go EVA in here? I'm still touching the ground. Okay. And here's the giant front size 10 gun. It's humongous. Yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and close these doors, head to the bridge. I do apologize for this extra long video to review this whole entire ship, just to cover every single room and everything in here. Control room. No, that's the right way. Okay. On this ship here, but yeah, there's just a lot of space in here. This is very much going to be dedicated for your org level activity, giant group gameplay. It's got a lot of guns. You're gonna need to you're gonna need a crew, a big crew for this, just to essentially cover everything. You know, especially if you want to deploy fighters for this. It's heavily org, very much large group gameplay focus. Here is B deck. Nope. It's back here. Yeah, you're gonna want a large organization to play with this. You know, for elevator. Let's just saw it. Here it goes. This goes to the bridge. But yeah, signage helps. So just pay attention to signage when you're walking around the ship. I get lost on this sometimes still today. It's already been out for a few days, and it's been sometimes I'm like, wait, where am I going? But yeah, very large org. Really did a ship. It's got tons of guns everywhere. You're gonna need a crew to man all the turrets, and also the remote turrets. You're gonna need a pilot, engineer, absolutely, to manage, especially when engineering comes online for the gameplay on here. But yeah, anyways, that is all that I got for you guys today. So just let me know in the comments below of what your thoughts about the Idris frigate that is now available in the 4.1 PU in the live environments. Is this a ship that you've already picked up? What's the reason for picking one up for you? Is it for the org? Is it for close friends when you're doing this kind of gameplay for PvP, PvE? Is it just because of the huge amount of cargo space for cargo box delivery missions, or did you get this because of the being a fleet carrier to carry fighters and all that kind of stuff? Yeah, let me know in the comments below, and I will catch you on the next one.